Yeah. So when we introduce an artificial variable and surplus will not be shown in the basis. Only artificial variables will be shown in the basis. So because it is minimization case, it is plus m, and if it is maximization case, it is minus m. I'll show you those problems also, and the rest of the process is the same way. What you do, we do for the previous three problems, the same method you need to follow, and work out till, as it is minimization case, work out till Cj minus Zj, all values must be greater than 0. You need to blindly remember the algorithm, girls. Minimization means the optimal solution will be greater than or equal to 0. Maximization means Cj minus Zj must, all values must be less than or equal to 0. So when you work out, you arrive at this solution. You try these problems as a practice and then check what are my solutions and work on them. That is my suggestion. Instead of directly copying them, you better first work out on them. Okay, and now come to the next one. So this is maximization case problem, girls, and where there is an artificial variable. So this is what I am telling you. Without artificial variable, no need of introducing m. You can directly solve it out based on maximization or minimization. If there is an artificial variable introduced, then see, now because it is maximization case, minus m. Earlier in the previous example, it was plus m because it is minimization case. As per algorithm, if it is maximization case, the coefficient of artificial variable in the objective function is minus m. So now if you see, one equation is with less than, so slack is introduced here. One equation is greater than, so artificial variable is introduced here. One equation is less than, so slack is introduced. So it will be a combination of s. As it is slack, S represents slack, so I kept it in the basis. A represents artificial variable, but S2 represents surplus. So surplus we are not supposed to include. So that is the main thing. And S3 is obviously the slack as per the equation. So write the basis and again solve the same method, and you will sort it out. As it is maximization case, remember your all Cj minus Zj values must be less than or equal to 0, and b is equal to b, capital B is equal to small b. So whatever are our decision variables like x1, x2, x3 and so on, you will only consider that. As per this example, you don't have x1 in your basis and x3 also is not in your basis. If it is not there, blindly assume them to be as zeros. That is one different kind of example. So adding to this, I just want to show you one more thing. Okay. They will give you in the question, solve using duality, solve the simplex, solve the following LPP problem using simplex duality is what they will be asking you. So in this kind of scenario, so you need to convert it into dual. So like if you see, see, it will be a kind of mirror image. I can say it can, I just took one example from whatever we solved. I'm just showing you. First, when it is dual, a mirror image I am trying to say. So maximization will be converted to minimization. Maximization will be converted to minimization. And then Z will be same as it is, but your decision variables will be changing this way, girls. You check this one, 10, 6 and 4 are there, 10, 6 and 4. So these constants, instead of x, I'll just take y, 10 y1 plus 6 y2 plus 4 y3. So these constants will be your duality form, where these will be acting as constants. You see how it will be modified. Then see the subjective constraints equation. Instead of writing them horizontally, we will take this way, 3y1 minus y2 plus, here we don't have any x1 variable. Okay, so y3 is not there. Assume y1, y2 and y3. So y3 is not there, so it will be 0. As for the first equation, we have less than, no, the opposite of it will be greater than, minus 1. Okay, girls, this is how we are going to modify. Understood? Any doubt in this? All x1 values you are showing here, 3y1 minus y2. y in this x1 variable is not there, and for the first equation in the earlier case it was greater than, so sorry, less than, so we took greater than symbol. And the constant, we will take the constants as we used these constants into the minimization function, we take them as the constants, the objective function coefficients as the constant, so it is -1. Now all x2 variables will come into picture. So you see y1 plus 4y2 plus y3, okay, plus y3 is equal, is sorry, this is less, greater than, no, so less than or equal to x2 constant is 2. Now see, all x3 variables will come, minus y1 plus y2 plus y3 is, see the coefficient here is sorry, it is less than, so greater than or equal to, the coefficient here is -1. So whenever these constants, if they are in negative in duality, immediately convert them into positives, girl, simple, -3y1 plus y2. So when we are multiplying it with negative, greater than converts to less than is equal to 1. Same with this one also. Don't make this constants, because in your simplex form, the negative value is not considered when you're solving the problem. So it creates confusion. So in order to avoid that, prior only we are making it minus y1, y1 minus y2 minus y3 less than or equal to 1. So this is how you are converting all constants to be positives in order to smoothly solve it. Now on this again minimization case, no, as less than, all are less than symbols, there is no artificial variable, use the simplex form and solve the problem. So this is how they will give you a question. You need to take the duality. You want me to repeat it again? Understood? Or you want me to repeat it again?
Understood, ma'am.
Okay. So this is, after this you need to solve it using simplex form, girls. The process, just conversion is the critical part. Rest all it is very like the same algorithm. If you follow, it is enough. So with this we complete your operations research syllabus. All videos I'll upload on YouTube. Still only I think second unit videos are there which are remaining. I'll upload in 2 to 3 days, and I'll start correcting your projects. Okay. Any more doubts, girls? You can please let me know.